Made this for the niggas I used to be in the house parties with. Yeah, used to be in there like Paris, 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 Paris. Of course I'm riding, I ain't guilty by association. Been in situations, had to put some pain in. All my niggas dead in jail. Shit, they mine in prisons. Introverted, my mind move like a mile a minute. Facts. This is not for sake of conversation, just to say I ain't a saint. Save your observations, still I wanna see my people grow. Talking elevation, through some hard work, dedication.
That's real shit.
Fonzo whipping, ain't no ceiling on a destination. To my people who been waiting, y'all been hella patient. Hope you hear this and it supersede your expectations. Almost quit and had a revelation. Live you, boy.
I remember being young and we used to fake make the wrestling belts out of cardboard. We used to play basketball in the back of Shine House, play football behind the gym, gamble with Monopoly money.
I made this for my projects, the little monks and Majas. Yeah. Live your purpose, my nigga, fuck being modest. Yo, shot, where they biting at all over? Good, that's where we going. I got the hood on my shoulders, I get with Psalms. Don't forget the fishing rods, teach you how to fill your bucket, same time feel alive. We been deprived of facts and tax stupid. I'm bridging generational gaps through rap music. This sure thing, Steve Nash at the free throw.
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. This is Rick, Culture Visions Podcast. I am your host. Today I'm back again. Actually, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get right to it. I got some time under my belt on doing this thing, but I also have some time that I've just went ahead and just got some feedback. So I took the feedback, I took what people were saying, and you're going to get a different version of what we're doing here. We're going to try to do this every day, okay? I'm going to hold my feet to the fire that at some point every day I'm going to do a podcast. Hey, let's go for the next 60 days. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go into the end of the fourth quarter. Let's rock out to the end of the fourth quarter. Let's get this thing done, and let's close it out strong. Excuse me. Let's close it out strong. So here, without further ado, let me introduce you to Black Wind. I told you that this is going to be more than just a podcast. This is going to be just some conversational pieces that I'm going to talk about and just kind of go with. It's just one topic today, and this topic is I'll get your attention for about 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes of talk and probably 5 minutes of music, maybe even less than that. But the topic of today's discussion is putting you first. How do you put you first? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Like, just what does it encumber or incumbent to you? What does it feel like? Okay? So yeah, without further ado, Black Wind.
Yeah. Black Wind, nigga. I said I ain't jumping on this motherfucking mic unless I feel that shit, nigga. Life story for life story, nigga. It gotta mean something if I jump on this bitch. Believe that. That's it. Yeah. Hey. They hate cause I'm the same nigga. Bumping out the frame, fell in love with the hustle. Somebody game, love to see that money double. Learn that from what's her name, ain't to be sold, nigga. That's why my cousin in them chains up his toe, nigga. Lay down the road, nigga. Gotta watch them pussy bitches. Gotta watch them gold, nigga. Gotta watch them fuck boys. Eyes on them broke niggas. And you might find it funny, but bitch, I'm so serious. I mean, this shit so real. Give a nigga cold chill. Even though we hurtin' inside to show our gold grill.
Yeah, I had to give you a little something. Black Wind, my man, yo. He always come with the real, straight from the South, and you can hear it in every pitch and every tone in his voice. You know, that's the type of South music that I like. Some of these young cats mumble over their words, so you quite don't understand it. But he gives you every which way you can feel him. Pause. Got to keep the jokes in, but every which way that he can bring it to you, he does bring it to you, and I appreciate that from him. He sent me a lot of songs, so you're gonna hear a lot of tunes coming from him over for this fourth quarter. All right, so let's end the fourth quarter off right. What does putting you first look like? I'm going to say this. It took a long time to realize for me that putting me first looked like not having to always look like I'm surviving. Okay, so surviving, put yourself in a situation where you're trying to just survive. Paycheck to paycheck. You're eating, but you're not eating healthy. You're eating just to eat when you're stressful eating. You're not dedicated. It seemed like at some point, once you get money or enough money to be able to take care of yourself, you go out and you just do just about anything. Like what I mean by just about anything is like, today I can have this big large fry and this Coke. I could have this big ass Hennessy drink. Okay. But when you were a kid, you didn't have that option to do that. So somebody was looking to put you first because they was looking to put your livelihood and how you ate, how you drank, how you thought in the forefront. So at some point when you got older and you were able to make your own decisions and do the things that you would like to do, you just pushed that, putting yourself first to the back front and just try to survive. And sometimes that you trying to survive would mean that you were typically out on your own and you didn't know how to do it, so you just did what came natural. Just you seen certain things and then you implemented things yourself and just made either tough decisions that were bad, tough decisions that were good. But either way, you made a decision. Okay. And so that decision could have been, hey, I'm not going to get up at 6 a.m. and go work out, even though I know I want to be successful at what I want to be successful in, is football, basketball, or just health. So let's just take a look at it. So look, me, once I figured it out that putting myself first looked like I need to read more. Okay. I need to take my time with things. Sometimes I move so fast to where if there's 10 things that I needed to accomplish and complete, I will probably mess up on 2 things, and then now I got to revert back and go and do the other 8 things over because I didn't do the 2 things. And that, you know what I mean? For some people, that'll drive them crazy. For me, it's just like just trial and error, But some people, they look at it as being just not smart and just not doing things, not working. You're working harder, not smarter. So I am working on taking my time, really trying to do it. It doesn't really matter how fast. What I've learned, it doesn't really matter how fast or slow you go with this. It just matters that you complete it. It just matters that you say, if we're going to go to the end of this quarter and do a podcast every day and talk about different things every day, that we do that. We have to learn to sacrifice so that we can help ourselves and what it looks like. Okay. And what it looks like for me is taking my time so that I don't have to go back and do things over. And so even with the podcast, right, I realized I had to trial and error. I had to put a podcast out, and I had to have a friend of mine, I had to have my lady listen to it and really listen to it. And they said, hey, it's too long. Hey, it's too many topics. I mean, you got, or the topics dragged out. Hey, it's boring. Clap it up for them. And so since they said that, I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. So sometimes you don't listen to people. Like, people have the juice. Like, you got to listen to your team. You know what it is, too, for me? Is that if you're not really in this with me every day and in my mind every day and trying to talk to me about this, sometimes I feel like I don't value your opinion. Sometimes I feel like it just doesn't flow for me, like to hear you tell me about what I should be doing. But that's not right. because they're the ones who are supporting you and listening to it. You know, if you get like 50 views, like 10 of your friends are the views. You know, like your 10 cool friends or your people who just say, hey, I'll throw it on for a second. You know, but those not the people that you want to hear it. You want other people to hear it, but the 10 people that tell you that you need to tweak this and do that, they are telling you for a reason, because those other 40 people are not coming back. So shout out to them. That's why I send to give them a clap out, giving them claps and praise. So, you know, how we're doing this right now, going into the fourth quarter, and what it looks like. Are you sacrificing for yourself when you're putting yourself first? Are you sacrificing for others? And in terms, you're going to get something back from them. I got this little, what do you call a little sticker? It's not a sticker, but it's like a street sign. And it says love without reason. Sometimes the loving without reason is just not thinking about it so much. Just hearing what somebody has to say about what it is that you need to do for them so that you can get the things that you need done. And in terms, there's the love without the reason. I don't have a reason to just love you. I just love you. Okay? And so typically we stop doing those things. We stop loving without reason. We start to put a reason on it. And then now instead of like you're putting someone first, you're not even putting yourself first, because you know you need to have certain things. Your love language requires certain things. So now it's just a stranglehold. Okay? Whether it's relationship, friendship, or, you know, your sister, brother, whatever it is, that's what happens. So putting yourself first. Are you doing those things? Another thing about putting yourself first. Are you putting your health first? Are you disciplining yourself to say, hey, I'm not going to have this drink when I go out to dinner. I'm not going to have all of this bread that I like at Red Lobster. Man, we love those big biscuits. Oh my God, clap it up. Like, we love those biscuits. And like, we can't just sit there and indulge in these things. That's why they say in the Bible, it says gluttony is a sin, because you just sit over here and just go nuts. Like, it's okay to drink, but it's not okay to go crazy and be just belligerent drunk. Now, it is okay to have fun. Like, if you're in a situation in which you're playing like a game, like a spades game, or like a I Declare War game. For some people who don't play spades, you know what I Declare War is. And then you lose, and then you got to take a shot. That's fun. It's you know what I mean? You're doing it in that. You're not going anywhere. Hopefully you're not driving 45 minutes to an hour somewhere after that, but like in Atlanta. But these are the things that you need to put first, because it's your health. So you can't be sitting out here getting totally intoxicated to where you can't get up and do the things you need to do on a day-to-day. Again, bread, like I said, don't indulge. Somehow sacrifice maybe a week without bread, right? Somehow sacrifice a week without having a drink. And then watch yourself solely start disciplining yourself in other areas of your life. Like, I realized over the last 2 months, first of all, the last 2 months have been crazy. I went a month without drinking. Okay. And then I went, today's the 20th. I went 19 days without eating bread. So, hey, I got to get back on the wagon. I mean, I had some bread last night. I was hungry. You know what I mean? But I didn't overindulge. Do you get what I'm saying? To where it could harm my health. Another thing about your putting yourself first. Are you taking time out to sit and just take everything in from your life on a day-to-day basis, or just the week-to-week basis? You know what I mean? Do you have time for you? What is it that you like to do that you just look at things and just say, hey, I'm going to put myself first today. I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not going to go on social media. I'm not going to do anything for anybody. I'm just going to do what I need to do for me today because it's my day. You got to start doing those things. It's just a reset button. And I think a lot of people try to reset on going on vacation. But vacation is a lot of work. Like I know a person that just went on vacation and they enjoyed themselves to the fullest. But the reason why they let everything go, they didn't do any work. It wasn't any work to it. Like the person just basically, they went with someone else, but the person that they went with, they did all of the work. Looked up the flights, looked up where they need to go, got the hotel, made sure that they had their car rental, made sure that the other person, that other person didn't feel as though that they were doing something for somebody else so it made them feel good. But the other person that was just sitting there being taken care of or being, just reaping the benefits they didn't have to do the work. Just get my stuff together, I'm gone. But vacation for one party is going to be a lot unless you both are doing it. And again, what I mean by in this situation of putting yourself first with going on vacation, if you wait to build up of anger, frustration, I need a vacation. You know what I'm saying? But you get on vacation and all you can think about is work and all you could just doing is work. You're typically not relaxing your mind, your brain. So that's why I say that you should think about relaxing during the week at some point to get your mind straight so that when it comes time to go on vacation that you're not sitting here working and driving yourself crazy. That's my thoughts on it. I mean, you could, chime in and let me know what you think about it, but that's my thoughts. Another thing. Is it music time? I think it's music time. Hold on. Music time. And we're back with the music here. Let's get it done. Let's get it done here. Let's see what we got. Yep. It's a young man from Atlanta, man. Another Atlanta artist. Song called IDK. Lose.
Just stay with and walk right beside me, that nigga weird. Put myself in pop shoes. I didn't know how they fit it. Put up on their neck, can't let up, cause I gotta get it. Mama always told me I'd be great. Just stay with and walk right beside me, that nigga weird. Put myself in pop shoes. I didn't know how they fit it. Yeah. And Pops had addiction. Now I'm living timid, that's the harder way of living. I'm clutching on this her now, just I'm reminiscing. Mama said she proud of me, I told her I'm just beginning. And I've been doing a lot of sinning. And I've been asking for forgiveness. Nigga wrong up this pole, I'ma make them feel me. Got your hoe get rid of they lows, now you looking silly. Me and the bro, walk out of the bank with that load. I'm tryna get in the spot, gotta put in the code. Bojack came in, they already sold. When new drive-bys, we walk through the door. Put up on their neck, can't let up.
Lil Zay, man, I don't know. IDK. Yeah, little young boy from Atlanta doing his thing, man. Watch this gentleman go from one part of the job to the second part of the job and just growing. From 19, now he's 22 now. Cause it's just been 3 years, man. Wonderful feeling to see that. Being that I'm a coach at nature and at heart, as far as football, basketball, just whatever, but a coach in general, I love to see something that I put the effort into and talk to actually start to mature and grow. It's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, back to putting yourself first. Putting yourself first. Are you grooming yourself on a weekly basis or daily basis? Like, how does that look? Like, are you taking care of your skin with skincare products? Is your nails groomed? Are you getting haircuts? Or are you getting, your facials done? Are you getting your hair done? Some women like to put on makeup or whatever. I kind of don't like the makeup thing, but whatever. Do what you need to do for you. If that is what makes you happy, then it is what it is. But do what makes you happy in the grooming process. Some people I know myself. It's not that I don't like to get a haircut every week, every 2 weeks. First of all, it's expensive, but at the same time, it's time consuming. So you have to make that time to put that in so that works for you. And then once that works for you, then it is what it is. But you got to put that work in. Also, with that, your mate is going, if they like you to look a certain way, you got to make sure that is happening. Like, you can't just put that off. You really got to put that in. So those things, make sure you put that in at high priority, because that keeps the spark going, because everybody knows that some people don't think that looks matter, but also some people are like, okay, well, if the looks are not all the way there, at least you could look the part. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least you could look like, like to have sexual intercourse with a person, or sexual relations with a person, and want to be up under them and kiss them, you need to be smelling good. You need to be looking good. So make sure that is what you are doing for you, but also for your mate. Okay. Putting yourself first. What does it look like to put money aside for yourself for those things? The grooming, the going out of town. Like, are you always vacationing and never putting anything up? Is that going to be your thing, that you're just going to say YOLO, you only live once? Or is it going to say, hey, you know what? At some point, I'll just throw my age out there. I'm 44. I got 6 years to 50. At some point, you're going to have to say, okay, 50, the declining could potentially come at 55. So you would potentially have 11 years to kind of get yourself together as far as financially to take care of certain things. Now, I'm not saying that on you. I'm just saying potentially. So going back, your health, your timing of doing things, of going out of town, spending money on those, frivolously. What else? Not taking care of yourself, grooming, because the grooming also has to do with going to the doctor, making sure that you're checked up. So all of these things coincide with putting yourself first. How do you handle stress? Are you talking it out to the person that's stressing you? And if they're not stressing you, how do you articulate yourself to be able to get them to understand that you have a high level of anxiety and stress, and that they need to somehow be able to help you with that, either if it's giving you your space, okay, or attacking you by asking you questions. A lot of people don't want to be interrogated. So what you need to do is articulate that. Hey, listen, I'm trying to put myself first here and help us. So I'm stressed. The job is stressing me. I need 20 to 30 minutes to decompress. And I will come to you and talk to you about my day and your day. How does those things look? How those conversations look, people? That's putting yourself first and putting your relationship with someone first. Not relationship. It don't have to be a dating relationship. It could be your mom, dad, sister, brother, friend. You going out to a place, into a restaurant, and you just had a stressful event, right? Give you an example. Let's say you're going out with your best friend. Y'all both had this date planned together for y'all to go out. I say date, but you know what I mean. Like, you're going out to have a good time, whatever. You just had a stressful situation with your mate. You get in the car, you have a freaking attitude. Your friend knows that you have an attitude. What do? Girl or bro, this such and such. Or do you say, hey, can you give me a second? I know we're going to be at the spot. I don't want to bring this energy in there. So let me decompress for about 5 minutes. And then let me tell you what happened. Instead of going off the rails, because sometimes people don't want that shit thrown on them when they get in the car. Because they could too be having a situation. Y'all got to learn to put yourself first, but also others first so that they can help you as well. They're going to help you. In that situation, getting in the car, throwing verbal vomit onto someone, hey, they got to tune you out. They want to listen to jams and music. They about to get, you guys are about to go and have a swell of a time somewhere. So those are the things that you should do. If I missed anything as far as putting yourself first and helping yourself grow and heal, leave a comment underneath. You can find me on Instagram, Culture Visions Podcast. Also, the Four Quarters Podcast, which is hosted by me and Ozzy. But you can also find me on Facebook on Culture Visions Podcast. And listen, you're listening on YouTube at Culture Visions Podcast. And I'm going to leave you with a nice tune. Hold on. Yeah, this is from a gentleman up in Macon, man. Nige. I'm going to let this one rock out, man. This is the end of the podcast, man. You've been tuned in to me, Ricky, Culture Visions Podcast. Shout out to Nige. Here we go.
It's been kind of hard to accept it. All this shit I put you through, baby girl, and I know it was reckless. You didn't deserve that shit, no, and now I regret it. But let's just be honest, you did some dirt too. Girl, you fucked up my trust and it hurt, ooh. Be accountable, baby, just tell the truth. While you were at work, I knew you was sneaking around with that nigga. Now y'all together, what a coincidence, baby, go figure. And plus I got a baby on the way. There's nothing else to say.